4 or 5 of your 9 tackles on the year came on Saturday. Was that a game that things just kind of clicked for you? Was it where you were able to take advantage of an opportunity? I mean, how do you view it?
I just view it like basically all the guys out there, we do our best to do what we can on the field at every given time. And I just made those plays, but I mean, a lot of guys, we just run into the ball. Anybody can make a play at any given moment. You know, JD or corners, safeties, we all run to the ball at the same amount of time. So it's going to be a lot of assisted tackles.
How many plays did it take to get the hat?
How many plays? This was in practice in camp. Got a couple forced fumbles.
Staying in the first row, Michael, to your left.
Jourdan, what was this week like for you? After the game, obviously dealing with concussion and whether or not you were going to play, and then 4 pass breakups in one game is obviously a career best. What did you do? What did you see in that game that really kind of helped you out?
Just use my technique. Trying to get back as fast as possible from that concussion. Just being excited to be out there. Honestly.
All the way to the left here, Chris.
Jourdan, obviously bigger challenge with the BYU receivers, a little bit bigger. What have you seen from them on film, and when you're attacking a larger group of receivers like that, when you're not as big, how much do you have to rely on your technique, and what do you have to do?
We haven't seen much film on BYU yet. We're actually going to watch film today, so I really haven't, I haven't seen it. Commenting on the larger receiver thing it really doesn't matter to me. Small receiver, large receivers, it's all the same, honestly. It's just using my technique.
More questions for student athletes? Anyone? Staying in the first row here to John.
Your coach talked about secondary, and I think the way you put it was really coming together. Your thoughts on how good this group can be, and maybe where you see it improving?
We can be the best, honestly, in the country. If we just, continue to use our technique, we just need to get the ball back, honestly, and improve on, turnovers, get more turnovers. That's the main goal.
To the back right corner, Kyle.
I'm sure in practice for both of you, I'm sure in practice you're focused on, trying to get yourself better, defense, all that kind of stuff. But facing Jake Jourdan in practice as opposed to what you've seen the last few years, what's the biggest difference that you see, going up against him in practice as opposed to, maybe before?
From DB's perspective, it's the same thing. We have great quarterbacks. Shane Morris, Wilton, Spade, and Jourdan. They all can throw the ball. So it's great competition out there every time we step on the field.
Back to the front left, Michael.
Hey, James, you guys have had a couple sudden change opportunities, turnovers by your offense. You guys have gone back out there and held them. What has been the key to the defense's success in those positions this year?
It might sound bad, but we kind of thrive off those situations. We like them. We would like to limit them, but if it happens, we love to be back on that field, and we love to get the ball back for our offense. So if that happens, we go back out there and we look at it as an opportunity, and we try to do our best and get the ball back.
More questions? Sorry, to your left here, Chris.
James, how much more stressful is it against the pass-happy offense for a linebacker, making sure that you got the taken care of it?
No, it's very important. The coverage goes hand in hand with the defense, from the lineman getting pressure on the quarterback to make it for a difficult throw, and for corners and safeties to stay on the coverage, and for us to protect the inside zone, or if we're man on a running back or and a slot receiver, we've got to make sure we take care of our business. If everybody do their job, it's hard to beat us.
How do you think you guys have done as a unit in that area so far?
I think we're getting better at our craft, and we're holding into our techniques and fundamentals, like JD said. And like I said, if we use those techniques and the fundamentals, and we remember what we learned in camp and what coaches preaches to us every day, we're going to be pretty tough.
Second row to the middle, Adam.
This question is for Jourdan. Jourdan, on Saturday, Ryan said that the D-line, the defense as a whole, was mad for giving up the 7 points. I guess, what's your impressions? Because it came on a scoring drive, I think it was like a 50 or 53-yard reception, set that up. What did the secondary talk about? Were you guys as angry as the rest of them?
Yeah, all of us were. We want that shutout. They weren't supposed to score. We weren't supposed to let them score, so we let up 7 points, and that's the biggest, the statistic that we're supposed to fix. It wasn't supposed to be points on that board.
How much of a motivator, I guess, is that for you guys coming in or going into this game?
A huge motivator. We always preach about getting the ball back. Limited opportunities for the other team, to score. So if any opportunities present themselves, we have to make good of those and make sure they don't get points.
Any further questions? Right here to your left, Angelique.
Jourdan, you talked about the secondary could maybe be the best in the country. I'm just curious, how different is the coaching that you've been getting this year? I mean, how much of the improvement is coming from those two?
I mean, it's coaching is basically, we just a mindset, honestly. It's just a mindset of being aggressive, trying to get that ball back.